Hey everybody, Jay Kalinsky, broker owner of RE/MAX of Boulder. Welcome to the RE/MAX of Boulder podcast. Dwayne is on assignment this week, so today I will be hosting, and I have the pleasure of introducing you again to Jessica Shanahan with Premier Lending. Today we're going to be talking about home renovation loans. This would be a purchase loan. The reason it came up was I've actually got a listing outside of Lyons that to call it a fixer-upper would be charitable. Suffice it to say, you couldn't get a normal loan on this home. And so that led me to contact Jessica and ask if potential buyers had a way to buy this home. And Jessica came back with this home renovation loan. So Jessica, tell us a little bit about what this loan is.
Sure. So what's really great about it is it allows you to finance all the repairs and the upgrades that you're going to be doing to the home. So just like your listing, there's no there's not a working shower, right? Like there's
Correct.
Nothing in that house that would make anyone want to live there. So it's a blank slate, and you could go in and completely design your own kitchen, design your own bathroom, do all of those upgrades to the home with this loan. Okay. And it sort of cuts out the need for like a line of credit or for a construction loan. You know, it keeps you still in the conforming, conventional type loan.
Okay.
Without, and it doesn't delay closing either. So we would still close, and then the repairs and upgrades are done post-closing.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how this is different in terms of the process. Because I know there's, are there two appraisals? How does that work?
Sure. So the biggest difference is going to be something called the feasibility study. And the feasibility study, an agent from the renovation loan company that we use would go out and do the feasibility study, which tells you here's the bare minimum of what needs to be done to the property to make it livable. And then, you know, the client, the buyer tells them what else they would like to do to the property, and the feasibility study says, yes, this is a good idea. We'll add to the value of the home, or no. Like if someone wanting to make
a
it like a
three-tiered pool.
Right. Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
okay.
That's not going to be part of the upgrades. So that feasibility study is huge. There is an appraisal. The appraisal is going to be the value based on when all of those repairs are done to the property. And then once everything's done to the property, they would go out and do sort of a final inspection.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so under this loan, Premier Lending would lend based on the final estimated value once all the repairs are completed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that would give somebody the room to buy the house and fix it up.
Exactly. Yep.
So what other benefits are there?
So huge benefit that I'm just thinking right now is you're locked into the low interest rate of today's market.
Right.
So you're not doing the construction loan and then having to refinance 6 months down the road, which who knows where rates are going to be then.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still locked into that rate. The other benefits are you can do fix-ups, foundation issues. You can do egress windows. I mean,
Wow.
You can do really anything, and actually it's on purchases and non-cash out refis. So
Okay.
if you wanted to do repairs to the home you're in now, you could do that also.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit. I know we have some buyers out there who are pretty handy. Can they do the repairs themselves?
No.
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 How about a little bit? No.
No.
Okay.
And I actually kind of love that about this program, because I could do some repairs myself, but it would not, it would not turn out, you know, and so it kind of takes that pressure off the buyer to try and save money by doing some of the repairs themselves. The other great thing about this program too is that you can finance up to 6 months of the mortgage payments. So you close, let's say in 30 days, and then the work isn't going to be complete for 6 months. You don't want to have 2 housing payments. Maybe that's too tight for you. So you can finance those 6 payments, which is really great for
That's
a lot
really
of
nice.
customers. Especially if you're putting a 5% down payment, you don't have a lot of assets there to
Wiggle
play
room.
with, right?
Okay, and so there must be some upward limit to this pot of gold. So how much can the loan be for?
So we can do 95% loan to value, so it's a 5% down payment. Repairs aren't supposed to exceed 50% of the value of the property or anticipated value of the property.
Okay.
And loan amount can't exceed 417.
Okay. So like the traditional Fannie Mae
Conventional conforming. Yep,
limit.
you got it. Because this actually is a Fannie Mae.
It's a product.
Program. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So can you walk us through an example of how this would work?
Sure. So for you, the agent, the process doesn't look much different really, and actually for me it doesn't either. Your contract deadlines are going to be a little bit longer, probably a closing in 45 days instead of, what do we like to do, 21? So 45 days. And then there's going to be the feasibility study, so the agent's going to have to go out to the property to do the feasibility study and the appraisal. So just leave a little longer time in your contract.
Mhm.
But again, the repairs are done after closing, so that's not holding anything up.
And can the buyer choose their contractor, or?
The buyer can choose their contractor, needs to be a licensed general contractor, and then I just send in their insurance information and that type of thing to the renovation company so that they can just sign off on it.
Wow, well, this sounds like a really good program, and it doesn't sound like a lot of people out there have heard of it.
Right.
So if we have buyers out there who have a place like this that it might work for, how do we get more information from you?
Well, you can call me. I'm at Premier Lending, and my number is 720-833-7964.
Okay, well great, thank you so much for coming, Jessica. It was a pleasure having you.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, this is Jay Kalinsky, and we'll catch you on the next podcast.